I'll be blatantly honest with you guys. I pulled the Joseph Woll. You know? I saw the goal from Nick Cousins, and I burst down here ready to rip on the Leafs. And I'll be honest, I got through like halfway through the video, and I'm starting to go through the shootout stuff. And then I'm like, yeah, and Noah Gregor hold on a minute. Wait a minute. And then I scroll up, 2-1 Leafs win. I'm like, okay, hold on a minute. What the hell happened? So the Leafs win in the shootout over the Florida Panthers 2-1, and they're now 11-6-3 on the year. They didn't deserve the win, but there is two players on this team that deserve the dub. Noah Gregor had the goal, the only goal, and the shootout winner. I think it was his first ever shootout attempt. I think they said on the broadcast, and he rips it top cheese. Nasty stuff from Noah Gregor and Joseph Woll. He was remarkable all game long. What did I say coming into it? Right, what did I say over his last start? I didn't think it was his best start. Made some really good saves, but it wasn't his best. And he had to fight through traffic, and that's where the issues have arisen. Well, he did a great job today. Fighting through traffic, making the sound saves, rebound control was good. I love what we saw from him. A goal on 39 shots. There's no other way of putting it. He was fantastic. Before we go any further, though, Leafs fans, follow up the TikTok page. The link is down below. Or search up TO Sports Talk on TikTok. If we get to 1,000 followers, I want to start doing lives during games. Kind of like what we saw tonight. We would have watched it together. So I want to put that out there to you guys. Go follow up down there. The Twitter's down there as well. I'm quite active on there. But let's break down this game and in its entirety. I'm going to take the biased win out of my mind. First period was downright abysmal. And that's probably putting it lightly. The Leafs looked awful. They were getting run out of the air at the Air Canada Center, Scotiabank Arena. Florida played last night. Them in Ottawa were fighting everybody. There were game misconducts all over the place. They come into here, and they look like they never missed a beat. Shots were 15-7 in the first period. They were out and hitting us like crazy. They looked like they wanted it more, and it was embarrassing. The Leafs' first game at home since that Vancouver game before Sweden. And you come out of the gates like that, it's embarrassing. And that first goal was pretty damn embarrassing as well. I think it was Gio in front of the net. And I can't remember what the forward was. It was actually, I think there's a plus minus. So who the hell was that in the corner? Was it Willie? Yeah, Willie, I think it was, or Nyes, one of the two. In the corner, I can't remember who the Florida guy was in there with him. Laid the body on him. And the puck comes to the front of the net. I believe it was Gadjevich in the corner. And Jake McCabe, who is a defenseman. Gadjevich is coming right down Broadway with the puck. McCabe goes to hit the guy in the corner. What are we doing? I think Woll makes the first save. Second shot goes wide. It comes back out, and it's in the back of the net before Jake McCabe can even make it to the front of the net. Like, what are we doing here? Oh, that goal was at 15:26, I think it was, 15:29 of the first period, and the Leafs were down 1-0 after one period of play. Just a piss-poor period for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Embarrassing. Twitter said so, and the eye test checked out. In the second period, they looked like they had a little bit more jump. You see Sheldon Keefe, was it at the end of the first intermission, or I think it was in the first period? He is giving it to the bench, and rightfully so. They look like they didn't want to be there. Show some heart, show some care, show some effort. And what do we see? Maybe not in the second period, but in the second half of the game, you see Marner lay the body on a defenseman and throw him to the ground. Albeit maybe he cut an edge as well, but who cares? Look nice. Matthews crunching a guy into the boards right in front of their own bench, and then Ryan Reeves yapping the guy. Finally, some passion from these guys. Now, they didn't get on the point sheet, if you want to count Matthews' shootout goal, but on the actual point sheet, neither guy had a point tonight. That is 3 points for each of them in their last 8 games, and 1 goal combined in their last 8 games. It's not good enough. Midway through the period, oh my God, before we get to that second period, that double minor from Domi was hilarious. It was hilarious. Watching Max Domi, Knock a guy from behind. Yeah, okay, a little bit of a soft call. But fine. Yeah, sure. You hit him in the numbers. Whatever. He went down. Fine. 2-minute penalty. There you go. They get into a little scuffle after the whistle. Blah, blah, blah. And then he pushes Sam Bennett. Sam Bennett comes back for more. Domi gives him a little shot. And you see this, right? You see him give him a shot, and he swings his head like this, comes back, and then goes, oh! And I think he drops to the ice, or at least swung his head back like a mile. There was a guy who just left Toronto last year who everyone scrutinized about, flopping. And that was Michael Bunting. Albeit Sam Bennett does back it up with a lot of other things in the physical department. But we kept getting told, the referees don't like that. Oh, this and this. Well, other teams are doing it too, I guess. But he gets a 4-minute for roughing, or 2 minutes for roughing, and then the 2 minutes for the initial cross check. You have a 4-minute minors. It's crazy. Now, they don't score on it, obviously. Then later in the period, you have the puck somehow squeak through Anthony Stolarz, and it lands on the goal line, but doesn't go in. Not long after that, Nylander gets one at the side of the net and rips it off the post with a wide open cage. Of course he does. 30 seconds after that, rips one off the crossbar. They just can't buy a goal. Gregor bounces one off the boards, and you get this guy with no one in front of him. Yeah, he's flying. Noah Gregor bursts through the neutral zone into the offensive zone, shields the puck from the defender who's, kind of coming up on him, and then he roofs it. Nasty, nasty goal from Noah Gregor on Anthony Stolarz to tie the game at 1. You're thinking, all right, the vibes are back. We're feeling good. The fourth line gets a goal. You want to see the good things cooking. Now then the Marner hit happens. The Matthews hit happens. You're feeling some kind of way. And then we go to the third period. Actually, shots on goal in the second period were 14 to 13 in favor of Florida. And in the third, I'm thinking to myself, please, for the love of God, be a regulation win. I'm tired of these non-regulation wins. I really, really am. And then we get late in the game. And there's a high stick, and Gregor gets cut, and there's blood. And the whistle goes down. The whistle gets blown dead. They go to review, and it's a 4-minute power play. Blatantly obvious. Gadjevich got a stick, literally up a buddy's face, and it's right in his face, right in his chops, almost right in his mouth even. And it's a 4-minute power play for the Leafs with 3 minutes to go. I'm like, okay, Toronto, you've looked awful on the power play to this point. You have 3 minutes in regulation and a minute in overtime if it gets there. Win this damn hockey game. And they do nothing on the 3 minutes in regulation. Absolutely squat. And I'm so tired of these, drop passes before you get in the zone. Then you got to go through the wall. If you watch Game 5 of the Tampa series last year when they were down 4-1, when it was a 4-2 hockey game in the third period and the Leafs had a power play, if you listen to the American commentators, they said, want to try something a little different or something along those lines because it's not working now. Luckily, the Leafs entered the zone there and they got set up and Matthews tipped one in and we know the rest is history. But for the love of God, it's not just me that sees it. It's not just fans that see it. It's tough to watch. And they get nothing in the 3 minutes, but they get another bench minor for too many men on the ice. Oh, this team. They just can't screw you enough, right? You go to overtime, 3-on-3 for a minute, nada. They get a power play for a minute, some great saves from Joe Wall, Jake McCabe with a big block shot. Nothing else happens. You go to the shootout. Nylander doesn't score. Lundell doesn't score. Matthews with a nice backhand. He scores. Barkov doesn't score. I'm all mixed up here. Nylander, Lundell, Matthews, Barkov. Was it Domi with a chance to win? No. I think it was Domi with a chance to end it. Rips one off the bar maybe. And then Reinhart to keep the game alive? Yeah. No, it does not. What is going on here? Now it's not showing the Gregor goal. I don't even know what's happening on the score app right now. It's scrapping itself. But anyways, I'm all over the place tonight, Leaf fans. Hang in there. Reinhart scores a nice goal. Joe Wall got a little too low in that play, in my opinion. Domi can't score. Robertson can't score. Tkachuk can't score. Rodriguez can't score. Rodriguez, I thought it was over, right? Because he slides it under Joe Wall. Game over. Joe Wall heads to the locker room. Pads off. He's pissed. But hold on. It's under review. They go look it up. And it looks like he kind of tapped it twice. The initial shot was stopped, but the puck comes off the pad, hits his stick again, and goes under Joe Woll. So that's no goal. You can't double tap it. Gregor gets a chance. I think they said it was his first penalty shot. And he comes down to the left wing, cuts to the middle, and shoots short side again. Kind of like his goal. And he beats the goaltender Stolarz to give the Leafs the lead in the shootout. Then Nick Cousins cannot score. Game, set, match. Leafs win it. What the hell? Now, am I pleased with the win? No. Am I happy for the 2 points? Of course I am. But the premise of the game, so frustrating. I'm done with Connor Timmins, guys. I just can't watch him anymore. The amount of turnovers, giveaways, all that stuff with him, just a painful watch. Leafs were 0 for 6 in the power play. They were 0 for 3 on the power play. Hits were 41-40 in favor of Florida. The Leafs were throwing the body. Got to give them a little bit of credit. Or at least after the first period, they were throwing the body around a little bit. I'll turn the volume down. Oh, I didn't know I could do that. Oh, well. And let's get to the key players, shall we? Joe Woll, easily the MVP in this game. As much as I want to give it to Gregor, Joe Woll, the MVP in this game. 1 goal, 39 shots. Looked outstanding tonight. Absolutely outstanding. And the reason the Leafs got 2 points. Period. Noah Gregor? Yeah, he's the only guy who got a point. His goal was unassisted. He was a +1. That's it. But Matthews, Marner, got to figure this thing out. A combined 6 points in their last 8 games? A combined 1 goal in their last 8 games? Figure it out. Caged Mitch Marner after the block shot in the face. Figure it out. Because without those two going, this is going to be tough. Now, you're not on the second night of a back-to-back. You play Thursday against Seattle at home. And for the love of God, they're 8-9-5 on the season. They're not playing good hockey. Win that damn hockey game. I want to see more Joe Woll. He just put up an incredible performance tonight. Stole you a win against a very good team. Give him the net on Thursday. Let him build in the confidence. I understand Samsonov this, Samsonov that. No, thank you. Gimme Joe Woll, baby. And if you want to give Samsonov to the Bruins on Saturday, sure, go for it. But I want Joe Woll on Thursday against the Kraken. 7 o'clock puck drop there at Scotiabank Arena, right? So you know what, guys? That's going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and the result and Gregor and Woll and Matthews and Marner hitting a couple dudes, hit that like button. I do appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button. You guys not already, comment down below your thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. Would you like, would you not like from today's game for the Toronto Maple Leafs? Because there's a lot to not like, but there are a few things to like. That's about it, though. Twitter, Discord, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff is down below. So follow up there if you're not done so already. And I will talk to you guys, of course, Raptors Edition very, very shortly as this mid-season continues as Raptors are now 8-10 as they lost to the Brooklyn Nets tonight in Brooklyn. But as for the Toronto Maple Leafs, like we said, they're back in action on Thursday as they host the Seattle Kraken at Scotiabank Arena, 7 o'clock puck drop there. Thank you so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the result. We'll talk to you guys then.